Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Inside Elections. The date is Thursday, February 5th, 2026, and today we're going to talk about this news, not exactly news, but more of analysis out of Georgia, specifically Marjorie Taylor Greene's House seat in the state of Georgia that is up for special election after her resignation earlier this year. It's up for re-election on March 10th, 2026. And what I want to talk about today is actually how Democrats have a path to winning this seat. Now, before I go into this video, I want to say that this is not my prediction. I do not believe Democrats are going to do this. I do not. I'm making this video on their pathway to victory, not a prediction, just how they have a pathway. It is not impossible for them to win. But once again, this is not a prediction. I cannot stress this enough. This is just my thoughts. This is how Democrats could win this district. Okay, so what I want to talk about is because this district has a jungle primary, because for this special election to happen, this district obviously, like any other election, has to go through a primary to decide the two candidates. However, what's special about this district in this primary is that this district, just like in California, they have a jungle primary system. A jungle primary system means that in a primary, it is nonpartisan. Whoever is the top two candidates in the primary goes off to general election, even if the top two candidates are of the same party. They both go to general election, which is how Democrats have a slim path to winning the seat through the jungle primary. Like I said, this is the same thing that is happening in the state of California. California is going through the same thing. Republicans but in reverse, of course. Republicans could actually win the governorship in California because of the jungle primary system, because two Republicans could get the top two spots in the primary because there are so many Democrats running. And the same exact thing is happening in this district. There are 3 Democrats running for this seat and 22 Republicans running for the seat. 22. Which means that these Republicans are going to fight each other for the primary vote. And because it is a nonpartisan primary, because it is a jungle primary, only the top 2 candidates go to general election, even if those top 2 candidates are Democrats. And right now, it's pretty much impossible for Democrats to win this because there are 3 Democrats in this race. If one of these candidates dropped out, specifically Jim Davis or Jonathan Hobbs, because Sean Harris is going to be the strongest Democrat in this race. But if one of these 2 other Democrats dropped out and made it 2 Democrats to 22 Republicans, there is a solid chance. There is a non-zero chance that Democrats could win the top 2 spots in this jungle primary and go on to general election, which, of course, if there are 2 Democrats in the general election, one of the Democrats is going to win and would flip the seat blue somehow, some way, because of this jungle primary system, if that makes sense. And let's see, what else? Okay, this seat, the reason this is not impossible, because if only 2 Democrats ran, there's a chance they could do it if 3 Democrats ran, because if one of the Democrats got like 1-2% of the vote, didn't do anything, and 2 Democrats did well. This is the only poll we have out of this race. It is the only information we got, so bear with me when we talk about this poll. The 2 top performing Republicans both have 13% of the vote. That would mean for Democrats, based on this poll, based on the only data we have out of this race, if 2 Democrats got 14% of the vote, of the vote each, that would make them the top 2 contenders in this race. And those 2 Democrats would move on to being the 2 candidates in this race, meaning that one of the Democrats would win this race pretty much no matter what, unless Republicans could somehow pull off a crazy write-in campaign, but I don't think that could really happen. If 2 Democrats got 14% of the vote each, they would be the top 2 candidates. They would go off to general election, and one of them would win. So that is Democrats' pathway to winning this congressional seat. And the reason this is also so important is because of vacancies. Like, probably know, this seat was filled. This election is happening because Marjorie Taylor Greene resigned from her seat, like I said, early this year. The special election is happening on March 10th. If Democrats win this special election, do it nationwide. So this is the current House map. Republicans at 220 to Democrats 215. These were the 2024 results. However, there are 3 vacancies currently right now. Like I said, Marjorie Taylor Greene's seat. Let me do that. Edit by margin. Let me fix this. It's this seat, Georgia's 14th, right there. That right now, that brings Republicans to 219 seats, to Democrats 215. In California, there's also a vacancy for Republicans after former Representative Doug Lamaffe, I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm sorry, after he passed away and so there's going to be a special election for him on August 4th, 2026. August is pretty far away. We're only in February. We have some decent time until this special election in California, which means that if Democrats could, I'm just going off a tangent, if with this vacancy, that brings Republicans to 218 to Democrats 215. That's where we are right now. Actually, no, it's not. Sorry. Let me fix it. Also, Mikey Sherrill has a vacancy. Mikey Sherrill's seat is vacant after she won the New Jersey governor's race. So the current map is this. It is Republicans 218 to Democrats 214. If Democrats won the seat in Georgia, if they pulled off the jungle primary, if they pulled off the election victory somehow, some way, that would bring the House split to 218 to 215. And once Mikey Sherrill's seat is filled, because in 2024, Mikey Sherrill went to the Democrat by 15 points. Democrats are going to easily win the seat. And when the special election is in April, it's on April 16th, 2026. And so if this happened, that would bring the overall House split to 218 to 216. All it would take would be one defective Republican vote. That would make it that'll make a House split. I colored in Wyoming just to show what it would mean for a Republican to vote away with Republicans. I'm not talking about Wyoming whatsoever, but that'll bring it to 217 to 217. That would be a split House. All it would take if one Republican defected would be one other Republican, which specifically Thomas Massie or any other Republican who is one person to completely decide the House of Representatives until this special election is held in California's district. Do you see where I'm going here? Do you see why this is so important? It's because the House, even if Democrats won this House district in the state of California, that would pretty much be a House majority for Democrats when it came to key issues because, like I said, Republicans like Thomas Massie would vote with the Democrats or okay, I'm kind of going off a tangent. You can see what I mean. This news is so important because yes, it is not likely, but in an election with 22 Republicans, 22 and 3 Democrats, especially if one of these Democrats dropped out to make it 2 Democrats could win this primary in the state of Georgia, and that would send 2 Democrats to the general election, which one of the Democrats would win they would win this seat that is Republican plus 28, I think. Is it Republican plus 28? Marjorie Taylor Greene won it by 29 points. And that's assuming that Democrats aren't going to overperform in this district at all. If a special election performances go into this seat as well, it would make it even more likely for Democrats to get 14% or more of the vote with 2 candidates in this race to make the Democrats the top 2 contenders, which I've said this a million times, but if 2 Democrats win this primary, they would go on to win the general election. Okay, I've been talking for way too long. What are your thoughts on this news? Do you think Democrats should be looking forward to this? Do you think it's a nothing bomb? What do you think is going to come out of this district, out of this jungle primary? I actually don't know the date of this primary. Give me 2 seconds. Where is it? I don't know where it is, unfortunately. I don't know the primary date. I'm sorry, I wish I did, but the primary is coming up sometime soon because, like I said, this special election is on March 10th. The primary is going to come up soon, so we'll see what happens soon. I don't know when. Actually, so let me Google this real quick. When is the primary for GA-14? It is I can't find it. I'm sorry. But you get the point. Democrats have a chance at winning this seat if they get extremely lucky. So what are your thoughts on this news? Do you think Democrats have a shot? Do you think, like I said before, do you think it's a nothing bomb? What are your opinion? If you enjoyed this video, I encourage you to like the video, to comment suggestions for video ideas, to comment your thoughts on this news. If you enjoyed this video, like I said, I encourage you to like the video, to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I upload election news every single day. And yeah, have a great day.